So way back when I was a guest on the show for the very first time.
First time ever.
In the very early stages
Star Wars?
I don't know, probably, of this journey that is the Movie Men podcast.
Yeah.
You and Pete used to do a thing where you were like, hey, I want you to watch this movie. And then he'd be like, you watch this movie. And then you'd come back.
And we would, we were like,
you'd make
obligated.
Recommendations.
We were
obligated recommendations. And I came on
and I missed that.
And I made an obligated recommendation to the two of you.
You weren't obligated to make a recommendation.
I made you guys but you never took it. Did you watch Bubba Ho-Tep? I recommended Bubba Ho-Tep.
You know damn well I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. Let's watch Bubba Ho-Tep.
Okay.
Bruce Campbell.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
I obviously have been aware of this film for a number of years.
Did I make you aware of it, or did you?
I only know of this film because of you. Like, and you were the first time I had ever heard of it, and the only person I've heard of it from ever since. Right?
Okay.
Like, in no other circles has this come up. And you know what my big wondering this entire time? I've known that it's a movie about Bruce Campbell playing Elvis because that was a part of your original sales pitch.
Yep.
What I haven't known this entire time is what the hell is a Bubba Ho-Tep? Because Bubba Ho-Tep sounds like a comfort food dish at the trailer park. Right? Like it sounds, it's I hear Bubba Ho-Tep and I think, hey Earl, what would you think about my Bubba Ho-Tep for dinner? Damn it, Geraldine, you know how much I like Bubba Ho-Tep. Don't tease me. Don't you be saying Bubba Ho-Tep, you ain't gonna make no. I'll make Bubba Ho-Tep. I'm not gonna bring it up if I ain't gonna make it.
Some hillbilly went to Egypt one time and came back with a new dish.
It didn't even occur to me that there was any sort of Egyptian.
Or the Ho-Tep didn't.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No, Mama will make you some Bubba Ho-Tep. Stop calling yourself Mama. You're my wife. That's weird. No, that's what we call people around here. Ma, Pa, Mama, Papa. You know I like to call you Daddy. You just feel free to stop me anytime.
No, this is great content.
So I had no idea. I had no idea what the hell a Bubba Ho-Tep was, and
now you know,
and what relation that term had to Elvis.
What that had to do with Elvis. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Movie Man podcast.
We are the B team.
Yeah, the Bubba team.
The Bubba Ho-Tep team.
Yeah. So it was Carl's week to pick a film that he had seen and I had not.
Yeah.
And to make me watch it so that we could review it. And he chose Bubba Ho-Tep, a film which I know he likes because he's recommended it in the past.
Yeah.
A film that I know he likes because it stars Bruce Campbell.
The great.
And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that because I formed some opinions while watching this. Who I know you're a big fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, without further ado, shall we initial impressionize?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll go first.
You get to go first because it was your, yeah.
So, yeah, big fan of Bruce Campbell. Was not to like. It's like the B movie king. And that is exactly what this is. It's a B movie. It's not quite a horror flick, but it's a monster flick, really. At its heart, it's a monster flick, which I like a good monster flick, too.
Hey, Google. Is there such thing as a C movie?
A C movie?
Oh, good God.
No? Yeah?
Absolutely. There are many fantastic movies set on or around the sea. Here are a few popular examples. Pirates of the Caribbean, Titanic, Jaws, The Perfect Storm,
spit take there.
and Master and Commander. Would you like me to recommend more movies based on a specific theme or genre? Stupid.
Google.
Stupid Google. All right. You spit all over the floor, didn't you?
Just a little piddle.
Yeah, little puddle.
It wasn't like a big spurty spit take, but it came out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
So sorry, keep going.
It was funny. So look, I know this isn't a master class in filmmaking.
Well, okay.
But it's like you go like when you watch a Bruce Campbell film that he stars in,
right.
That's a B movie monster or horror. This is what you're signing up for. And if you go into it knowing what you're signing up for, you can have a lot of fun.
Well, and
that would be my initial impression, that this is just, it's a fun B movie.
Okay.
Starring the great Bruce Campbell.
You have surprised me time and time again, because you have shown me a number of films that I expected not much from, and I've ended up really enjoying them. Trying to think of some example, but there's been some that I've liked. And then there's Bubba Ho-Tep. No, listen, it is very much a B movie. I mean, the existence of this film to me raises more questions than it answers. Things like, what the hell is the sales pitch for this film? Like, all right, I got this idea for a movie. There's an old guy, thinks he's Elvis, might be Elvis. He's in a nursing home, and a mummy. Oh, and
President Kennedy.
And President Kennedy's there, but as part of a conspiratorial cover-up, he's been dyed black.
Is wheelchair bound, but not wheelchair bound.
But not wheelchair bound. I mean, and they have to.
And he's got sand in his head.
And he's got a bag of sand in his head, and they have to kill the mummy. And someone goes, "Great, here's a couple $1 million," right? Like, what is the budget of this film?
It's Glow.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
Oh man.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
Some information about Bubba Ho-Tep.
Oh, geez, that's loud.
Stop. It was made for $1 million. And the box office was 1.2.
Hey, it made money.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It lost money. Quick for the listener who may not have heard this before and is going, what do you mean? They made $0.2 million. No.
That was his gross in U.S. and Canada. Guess what its gross was worldwide?
1.21.
No, it was the exact same.
The exact same. Yeah. No, because
it didn't leave the North American market.
Budget of the film never factors in marketing and
there's no marketing
and distribution.
The
and stuff like
marketing's
that.
On this thing's $100.
Yeah, but still, like it didn't actually. They probably didn't break even.
My bet with that they minimum broke even on this. Probably made a little bit of money. Did a little bit.
I don't know, man. Anyways, it's not great.
Like, they're not doing press tours for this. The marketing was the poster and the trailer.
Yeah, which like even having a trailer cut can cost $200,000. Right? There's the rest of your budget gone. Right? You're done. I don't hate the movie. I don't think it's great. I'm confused by the accolades that this film gets, right? Because if you look at the trailer for it, there is a slew of like, oh, the Toronto Film Festival this and the voted best comedy that, and it's a movie that heavily relies, this is basically what it boils down to for me. It's a movie that heavily relies on being funny because it doesn't have really anything else going for it. And there are some funny moments, but the movie as a whole is not that funny. It's just kind of weird. In an amusing way. But it's not hilarious. Apparently there was a proposed sequel.
What would the sequel
in 2007.
Spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched it, but the king dies in the end.
Entitled Bubba Nosferatu. Curse of the She-Vampires.
I would watch that. Probably starring some other
and apparently
thought to be dead pop culture hero.
Apparently in 2018, IDW Publishing released a 5-issue limited series adaptation retitled Bubba Ho-Tep and the Cosmic Bloodsuckers.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's break this down.
Let's do it.
So is he Elvis?
I believe he's Elvis.
See, and that pisses me off. Not that you believe that he is, but going into the film, I said there's one thing that I need answered for me.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know the plot of this film, and I'm going to wager there's a pretty good chance you don't.
Do yourself a favor.
Bruce Campbell plays a guy who's, not super old. Like I would guess 60s this guy's supposed to be, but he's in a long-term care home.
70s at least.
He's in a long-term care. Well, but he's still got quite, like he's not that gray. Anyways.
Or old guys that don't get
he's he's just a little bit more gray than you are.
No, he's a lot more gray than me.
He looks, sounds, and acts like Elvis.
Yeah.
His story. Now, everyone there believes that his name is Sebastian something.
Yeah.
And his story is that he is the real Elvis, but, back some point, probably in the 70s, because I'm guessing this film takes place in like the 80s. It's not when it came out, but timeline-wise, the cars they're driving.
Yeah, it'd be 80s.
Yeah. At some point in the 80s or 70s, he decided he didn't want to be the king anymore because it was just too much.
The fame and everything.
Yeah, wanted to
step
out of the limelight. Missed Priscilla, screwed things up with Jamie. Like it was just this mess of a life. And so he finds the best Elvis impersonator out there, also played by Bruce Campbell.
Of course.
And probably doesn't even pay the guy. Like the other guy's payment is the opportunity to be Elvis.
He says there's payment. Like he signs over everything over to the impersonator. Everything he owns is now the impersonator's, with the exception of a small chunk that
enough to live on,
that he can live on well.
Yeah.
And in a written contract he's
allowed to switch back if he wants.
At any time he can switch back.
Loses the contract.
But loses the contract in the big fireball explosion.
Barbecue accident.
Because he...
But, so he swaps with him so that he can live the quiet life of an Elvis impersonator as opposed to actually being Elvis.
Not even I don't think he's really even impersonating Elvis until the fire, because he's got that nest egg he made part of the deal. I think he's the way I understand it is he's just living life.
Maybe. And then gets back on the road doing the Elvis thing
because he needs to make money.
Yeah. and is the best damn, becomes the best damn Elvis impersonator because he is Elvis,
Yeah.
presumably. And my thing was, look, I need to know, the one thing I need this film to answer is this bloke actually Elvis or is he crazy? Because I hate when the movie ends and the film's like, well, you decide, right? Is he? And I'm like, and I get like, there's merit to that. Like that's a filmmaking.
You don't feel like the
artistic
film
answers it clearly?
answers that question?
No, because my thought is one of two things is happening here. Either everyone in this nursing home is nuts and living delusionally, or we're living in a bizarre world of this film, and the black guy actually also is really JFK.
He does have that scar on the back of his neck where he says, but I mean, that
could be anything.
Yeah.
Right. But
that could be the thing that made him go crazy.
But do you know what I mean? Like it's either one extreme or it's the other. Like I don't believe he's actually Elvis, but Jack is crazy and not actually JFK. It's one or the other.
Why can't he be Elvis and the other guy be crazy?
Because I just don't think he could be, but in my mind it's one or the other. Because I mean we're also swimming around in a world where there's
a mummy that sucks
a mummy
from
and
people's buttholes
and insects that people keep misidentifying as cockroaches, and I'm like, has no one in this world ever seen a cockroach? You're not going to immediately jump to Egyptian scarab.
Yeah,
sure,
but it's a big beetle.
But it's definitely not a cockroach.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, that pisses me off. It pisses me off that I don't have an actual answer.
Maybe it's just the way I buy into the film in general, because I like Bruce Campbell and I'm up for the ride that the movie wants to take me on. But I feel like the story sells this is Elvis.
Right.
Everybody else in the nursing home is a little bit loony.
Yeah.
In their old age.
Maybe.
Like the way like the story unfolds, he's narrating the whole thing. Like he is the narrator of the film because he narrates throughout the film, and like.
Yeah, but the problem is like him actually being Elvis is something that you only ever get from his perspective.
This is true.
And if he is nuts, then
you're just seeing his
he
nuts
really actually does think that
right.
That's the case.
In the credits, Bruce Campbell is credited as playing Elvis, not the other,
right.
Not the guy too. That there's that, but I think you're meant to
think that he is
meant to come to understand that this is Elvis. This is why he's still alive and not dead. Very plausible kind of answer, kind of a little bit far-fetched,
yeah, sure.
I guess, but
someone would have figured it out. But
plausible for this world.
Yes,
the story that they're telling, and it's just like because there's the comedy aspect to this whole film. It's kind of a funny gag. Like
it is.
He's the only sane person in this nursing home full of batty old people who think they're some pop culture person.
Yeah.
Because we got a old guy who thinks he's Kemo-sabe, wears the mask and the cowboy hat, and he's got the toy silver guns, 6 shooters, and got a black JFK who is not dead from an assassination, and
right.
Yeah, like that's a funny gag.
So I guess then to hit on, because you have repeatedly referred to him as the great Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to say Bruce Campbell sucks. I think he can be a really funny guy. He's an interesting guy to me. Because Bruce Campbell is one of those guys, like when you talk about Bruce Campbell being one of the greats, he's iconic. I don't know that we can, I don't know that we can confidently say, if you look at the lion's share of the body of Bruce Campbell's work, I don't know that we can confidently say Bruce Campbell's a good actor. Right? Is he goofy? Yes. Does he have good comedic timing? Yes. Is he willing to throw himself into the hilariousness and the absurdity of a story in order to sell it and make it funny? Yes. Will Bruce Campbell ever acquire an Oscar or a Golden Globe or any sort of award for, the depth of his performance? I'm going to say probably not. Right? He's not, but, and it's interesting to me because he started almost a decade before the first Evil Dead, right? So it's not like the Evil Dead was his breakthrough role. It was probably his biggest role up until that point.
Oh yeah.
And the first Evil Dead is a pretty it's a serious film. It is a straight up early 80s horror film. And he plays a serious role in it. And it's interesting to me that he made it wasn't just like when he made the decision to do Evil Dead 2, which for those that don't know is just the first Evil Dead movie again, but as a parody of itself.
Well, and the reason, do you know the reasoning for that? There were
no,
it was all licensed. They wanted to shoot the film again on a bigger budget, and there was copyright issues because
the studio
the studio owned it. They didn't own it, so they kind of played with the script a bit, and that's why. And then there's kind of some in terms of connectivity, are they connected? Why would he go back to the same? I don't know exactly how it works out, but
right.
Apparently I've heard Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell talk about how Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 are actually connected somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But it seems like when he did Evil Dead 2, he just made a decision that day of this is me. This is
the goofy
this
part.
is the type of acting I want to do.
Because in Evil Dead 2 it becomes a horror comedy.
Yeah. And he's Sam
Raimi probably has a part to play in that.
I'm never gonna pursue I'm never gonna be the on-screen heartthrob. I'm never gonna be the super serious drama guy. I'm never gonna be the really heartbreaking, history piece guy.
Right.
So I don't know. The great? I mean, the iconic.
I would say I would say great. That's personal preference. I would say objective. If I'm gonna be more objective about it, at bare minimum, he's iconic and underrated. I would add underrated.
Underrated.
I don't think people get the way you're talking about him. I feel like you're not giving him the due that he is a good actor. I've seen him in roles that are very convincing.
Maybe my sample size is too small. Maybe I need to see more Bruce Campbell.
So many films to his name.
But again, and that's the thing, right?
Back on older films here.
I'm what movie? Is he a good actor in a movie that's not a goofy comedy where he's the goofy guy? The majority of the stuff that I'm seeing here is all just B-movie crap. So
I would say he plays whenever he's not the lead, he'll have in a motion picture, he'll play a side character.
Yep, that's what
usually.
not being the lead means.
And the side characters that he plays often have more depth. And I feel like a lot of that is his own choice. And this is just me kind of looking at his body of work. I don't think he's quite typecast. I feel like he could get more serious roles if he wanted them. But I think he chooses not to.
Do you think so, though? Like, do you think at this point...
I think at some point he would have had because he's been in Hollywood forever.
I know.
He's got connections. If he wanted to, the guy knows Sam Raimi. He's really good friends with him. He probably could have a serious role if he wanted it. I just think... Yeah, I mean, Sam Raimi would be... This is what I like to... This is what I like to... How I like to act. These are the roles I like. And that's what I'm going to do. I agree and think that Sam Raimi is probably the exception, right? Like, Sam Raimi is a director that I think would bet on Bruce Campbell. But the other directors that are you're not going to get... Like, Steven Spielberg is not going to cast Bruce Campbell in a serious role. Because it's just he's too big of a question mark in terms of... Could he carry this film in a really serious, heartfelt, this movie's going to win some Oscars kind of way? Right? Christopher Nolan is not going to cast Bruce Campbell to be in his next industry-changing film. I would agree, likely not. And I would say that's because of the underratedness of who... I don't think people would give him that opportunity, but I also don't think he'd take it. Right? No. But the whole underrated thing, what is in terms of his, he's hilarious. I'm not debating that. I think he's a funny guy. Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at his repertoire over the last even just 20 years. But in terms of comedy stuff. In terms of good actor. Right? In terms of Pete's about to wet his pants a little bit here. In terms of how Leonardo DiCaprio can carry a scene. In terms of how Robert Downey Jr. can make you laugh, but can also in the same film really convey some deep emotion. I don't think I wouldn't say he's DiCaprio or Tom Hanks. Wow, okay, level. Those are aggressive, you know. But even here's the thing, when it gets down to it, and this is maybe an extreme example, but I would say, at least from what I've seen, although this actor I'm about to compare Bruce Campbell to also has a ton of crap in his repertoire, a ton of crap, he has also shown us, okay, you can't, if you have the right script, the right director, and you're actually in this thing, you can freaking act. From what I have seen, my sample size, Nick Cage is a better actor than Bruce Campbell. And Nick Cage has done a ton of shit. Nick Cage has, in some ways, a very similar IMDb to Bruce Campbell. Less comedy, but a lot of weird B movies. You're like, did you see the Nick Cage movie that came out last year? And it's a fair answer to say, which one? Yeah. Right? Because he probably did two. Yeah. That you've never heard of and also maybe never saw theaters or, right. And I would say he could probably, I would say he could keep up with Nick Cage if he wanted to. Interesting. I would, so have you seen Pig? I think a fair, no. Not okay. Yet. I would say a fair comparison of actors and kind of would be comparing, oh man, his name just slipped my mind. Give me something he's in. Billy Madison. Adam Sandler? Adam Sandler. So Adam Sandler, you look at Adam Sandler and most people write him off as not a good actor. because he does goofy crap. His characters are usually always the same
until he does something like
then he does Uncut
Gems, or that basketball one he just did.
Like, and then you see like, holy crap! No, this guy can put it on,
can deliver a scene,
right? I don't think Bruce Campbell has been given that opportunity, and like I said, I don't think he wants it.
Right.
Like, this is kind of a little bit apples and oranges comparison again, but like the way Keanu Reeves wants to live normal, even though he's like big time Hollywood star,
freaking Keanu Reeves,
right?
Which, by the way, I don't get.
I think in my mind, I look at Bruce Campbell and like the way I kind of look at it, and I kind of analyze the situation. I'm like, he's had to have been offered some decent roles, and he's just like, it's not what I want to do.
Maybe. And that's
the same way Keanu Reeves rides the bus instead of having a chauffeur drive him around.
And that's completely possible. I don't have any evidence for or against that.
No,
I just don't know.
Neither do I. I just kind of look at his current body, the body of work, just scrolling through his IMDb there, and kind of the stuff I've like see him in as the main star, and as like a bit role like in Spider-Man, or even a kind of a more mainstay role like in Burn Notice. He did a TV show called Burn Notice. You ever see it? Yep. His character is pretty serious in that, but he's still a little goofy. He's an old retired agent, like.
It's also probably fair to say though that he's like, part of the reason why he, maybe doesn't get those offers super often, like if he hasn't been given the chance, there's a good argument for the fact that just because of his body of work, like when you look at the films he typically tends to do, Bruce Campbell's not a box office draw, right?
No.
Like you're not going to go, ooh, if like Bruce Campbell's not going to put butts in seats.
Yeah.
He's not going to sell tickets.
Yeah. Well, and even if Bruce Campbell ended up being the lead for Titanic instead of DiCaprio, just like far and away shot that it ended up happening. As soon as people go, oh, they're making a Titanic movie. Oh, Bruce Campbell's the star? Oh, that's going to be a weird movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like we as the audience and as the consumer of the product look at Bruce Campbell's name and we associate it with something.
Yeah.
Immediately. So yeah.
Very similar to Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
If Adam Sandler was the lead of
Titanic.
they're doing a World War II pick and Adam Sandler's the lead, you instantly go
Tropic Thunder 2.
Oh, so like a stupid well, he wasn't in Tropic Thunder, but
that's why I said
but
2.
yeah, like something, yeah. Anyways, Bubba Ho-Tep, is really low budget.
It is really low budget.
Like for the most part, with the exception,
do you consume much B-movie content?
Not a ton.
No.
Something I was thinking about B movies, and this seems pretty consistent across the board when it comes to B movies. And I don't like. I think it's interesting from like a not psychology, but like just an analysis standpoint. B movies typically. I went on this whole train of thought because there's a bunch of scenes in this movie where you get like almost like some visions, right? Elvis is having some visions.
Yeah.
Quick flashes.
Early on in the film, it almost
scenes.
seems like he's just like time is passing quickly before
Well, no, but
eyes.
even like some Egyptian flashback.
Later,
type
it seems
stuff.
like he's entering the Ho-Tep's
and
thoughts and dreams. Yeah.
And I notice a correlation. I notice two correlations. Same correlation, two different contexts. One is in the films that you show me, and one is in B movies, and that is the inclusion of bare female breasts. And what I find really fascinating about this on both standards is A, you're a perv, and B, no, at this point, the listener should know my opinion of nudity. But it always fascinates me because a B movie means like we don't have a lot of budget to work with here. And typically, if you are hiring actors, you have to pay them a little bit more as their clothes start to come off. And so it
depends on the actor you're getting.
And so it's always just funny to me. Yeah, like that whoever there was so for the listener, there's a quick like 1 second flash of like an Egyptian woman with nothing on from the top, from the waist up. Yeah. And she's like a no-named, nobody's ever heard of this person, right? And so, I mean, maybe they threw her an extra $50. Maybe she's just trying to make her way into, like, you know, maybe this is the first thing she's ever been. She's new in Hollywood, and she's just trying to crack her way into the business.
Maybe she's known for skin flicks, and this is just another day.
Maybe she's a porn star, and this to her, this was art. Yeah, I don't know. But it's just always fascinating to me that, like, in B movies, because it happens a lot in B movies, particularly B horror flicks, right? It's not scary until some girl is naked. Like, that is just, that is horror movie law. But it always just fascinates me that, it's like you have a very limited budget on this film. And paying a little bit extra to get some boobs in is always seems to be a priority. It always seems to be a priority. Yeah, very fascinating.
Yeah, there was a very. I like that flashback.
Boobs?
No, the flashback scene.
Of
I
the
think
boobs?
it does it. No, well, I mean the boobs were part of it, but not because of the boobs.
Oh.
I think it does a really good job of narratively kind of quickly telling us a story of what happened to this Bubba Ho-Tep Egyptian guy.
I mean, I was
It happens very quickly.
distracted by the boobs.
Wow, perv. Can't pay attention to the story.
Well, no, I was listen, I was distracted because as soon as I saw the topless scene, because it happens like early on in that flashback sequence, my brain started going, another B film with boobs in it. I wonder how this factors into the budget. Like I just
Brady can't focus.
No, I went on this.
On screen.
Oh my gosh. No, I went on this like mental analytical kind of journey where I was like, I wonder why that's a thing. And maybe it's because, directors of B movies go, look, this film doesn't have a shit ton going for it.
Skin puts butts in seats.
We can, there's at least, maybe at the very least, there's a couple of like.
We get one teenager to watch it. He'll tell his friends. We'll get 20 more.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this is in the spank bank of half of America, and like DVD rentals are going to go through the roof, or VHS.
2002, so DVD.
And probably a little bit of VHS.
There might be a VHS out there, yeah.
Coming soon to home video.
Yeah, that VHS was still a bit of a thing, man.
Did you hear? Carl and I used to run a news show on this podcast. And
not that long ago.
So this is like almost a year.
Since we stopped?
Yeah. It was
We've been
April. So, okay. It's been like half a year.
I was going to say.
Alien Romulus, the new Alien film,
right,
is officially getting a VHS release.
What?
Yeah. That's cool. No one will be able to play it. Like, that's a shelf piece.
Yeah.
But that's still cool.
I heard, I seen this wild interview with, I don't know what actor it was, but he was like, not a superstar actor, but well enough that you'd know him if I could remember who it was.
Adam Sandler?
No. But anyway, he was on this talk show, and he was talking about how he's got this weird hobby where he started collecting, like 10 years ago, he started collecting VHSs.
Yeah.
Like anywhere he could get a VHS, he'd buy it.
You have some still.
I have a few, but he would like buy crates.
Like yard sale type.
No, like skid loads, like warehouse. Oh, you got a whole bunch of backlog of VHSs?
Walmart's
I'll buy everything you got. I'll take all 10 skids. And he'd store them in his own little
Probably got some money there.
Well, he actually is like his mindset was, hey, these might be worth something someday. Vinyl's coming back. He say in the interview, he's like, yeah, I'm starting to sell them and I'm making a lot of money.
Yeah.
because they're kind of like retro is cool.
It's retro is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Bubba Ho-Tep, look,
Tangent.
it's low budget. I don't there are some funny moments. I wouldn't say the movie's funny.
Oh, it's not hilarious.
I would say it's amusing at best.
Yeah.
There's a couple
It's amusing, and it has musing moments too, like when the daughter of his roommate comes and bends over, and Elvis is kind of peeking, and you
that's
hear
a muse for you.
It's musing because his inner monologue was like,
okay,
yeah, she's doing it. She knows she's doing it. She doesn't care because I'm like a cat to her.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
I'm no different than a house cat getting a peek. Yeah.
Like that's not funny.
No.
But it's like, it makes you go, huh.
There was several moments where I did like a silent internal chuckle.
Yeah.
Not enough to like get audible about it or vocalize that I think
You're
it's
not
funny.
rolling on the floor. Laughing.
No, so I don't. Yeah, I'm ready to rank it, but you also haven't really asked me any questions.
Well, I mean,
we've talked about
gone
it.
around the
It's
gambit
kind
a
of
bit.
been. This is also, we could like subtitle this episode Bruce Campbell, the Great Debate. But
yeah. Well, let me just like, what was your favorite part? Let's just run there. Like, is there a part that stood out for you?
My favorite part, and this
great part of
this
this
is interesting. I'm glad we didn't just end the episode here, because I this was something I was thinking about. The film's so cluttered. Like it's such a chaotic, ridiculous concept.
Yeah. That's one of the things I like about it.
That my favorite part was all of the stuff and the flashbacks of him swapping with the impersonator. Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking to myself, look, even if you like, it could be done as a comedy, could be done as like an actual interesting what if serious film. I'm like, that right there, this one point of your film, take away the mummy, take away the nursing home, take away all of this stuff. The fact that Elvis is alive because he swapped with somebody else 20 years ago. That's a really interesting movie.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders, was that the whole sales pitch? And then they got the $1 million funding, and
what else can we do with the $1 million?
okay, we got the money now.
What's Elvis going to do in his old age? He's probably in a retirement home now.
Yeah, I watched Brendan Fraser in The Mummy this weekend, and it gave me an idea, right? So, so that was my favorite part, because it was A, interesting, and B, almost got me fantasizing about what that film could be.
Right.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite part?
Man, I like the interactions between him and JFK.
Those are fun.
Like, those always make me chuckle. Those always make me go,
that was a fun relationship.
Yeah.
Good chemistry.
Yeah. I do like you just mentioned that you thought the overall story was a bit jumbled. I thought it narratively flowed kind of nicely.
I mean, it's slow though.
It's
right?
it's not a fast paced.
There's a lot of times where I'm like halfway.
They're old guys using walkers down.
Yeah, but it's not even just that.
It's not supposed to be a fast paced action flick.
It's the fact that
even the fight scenes, like
his roommate dying,
fancy, and
the daughter coming, and the stuff getting thrown out, and then the conversation with the daughter, like all of that stuff which eats up like 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah,
is only there so that he can have a self monologue about, well, in the end, does anything really matter? And then even that, like the whole in the end, does anything really matter? you could say factors into some of the motivation of like, oh, let's go kill this mummy.
I would say it completely factors in.
But it's not a point that they really like. You know, he doesn't monologue about that a couple more times.
He doesn't have
and really
to.
develop that. Right? It does anything really matter in the end? Doesn't become the theme of the movie. Like an interesting takeaway that you're like, oh wow, like they really, you know, they unpacked that as a study of that concept.
It's not a character study of that. If it's a character study of anything, and I would say that it is a character study of what I'm about to say. It's that in old age, Elvis feels purposeless.
Right.
What the hell's the point? I threw it all away. I acted like an idiot. I lost my wife.
Yeah.
I lost my kid. I gave my money and my career away for a song, and it burned up in ashes because I was an idiot and don't know how to barbecue. But he gets a chance. He gets a moment to not redeem himself, but like live again, have a purpose, to do something important.
Yeah.
And in that purpose, he dies happy.
You know what? I take everything that I just said back, because I just realized the parallel too between his own daughter, who he doesn't have a relationship with, right? And seeing that this guy didn't either, and almost like, yeah, him getting upset with this daughter, his roommate's daughter, in this kind of like a, don't you understand how important relationships are kind of thing? Yeah. Like, you know, anyways. All right. Scale of 0 to 10. How would you rank this film?
All right. I would say, factoring in and understanding this is a low budget film.
Yep. Oh, I don't even have we gotta get the
I can get
score sheet here.
It's a low budget film.
Yeah.
And there is not a, I think that's a important thing to factor in, right? Like low budget, you don't have
really coming to the defense of this thing.
I think, for a B movie, you got to know what you're coming into.
Yeah.
I don't think it helps the score.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it like you can't give it 3 points because it's a B movie. But at the same time, you can't dock it 3 points because the makeup isn't as good.
Right.
Right. I think there's a bit of a leniency that is offered, but not a reward for being.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that being said, I think I would give this I give this a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you, sir? What would you rate Bubba Ho-Tep, starring Bruce Campbell?
You could actually write Bubba Ho-Tep in there.
Okay, I'll do it. You talk.
Well, so what did that just do? That took your score. You gotta do the play-by-play here.
What do you mean?
Well, so
we do that after.
Well, yeah, but what was your score now without you deleting it?
7.
You don't know.
It's a 7.
No. Your total score.
I didn't delete anything.
That's what I'm saying. You now know what your score is now that you've added the 7. Do you know what it was before you added the 7?
I can find out.
By deleting?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
just talk. We look at the numbers after.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
Sort of middle of the road for me. Wasn't great. Wasn't garbage. Was just kind of, yeah, it's a film. It's a film. And that's exactly, the movie ended and I said, well, that was a film.
Those were your words.
Yeah, and that's exactly kind of how I feel about it. So I'm going to go with a 5.
Okay. So my 7 takes my 7.5 average to a 7.5.
All right, nothing changes.
Your 5 takes your 6.1 average to a 6 average.
6.0. All right. Which makes your total score a 6.7.
Yeah. And we'll see what balances out next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky because next week I've said I'm gonna, we are going to revisit the world of horror,
Which it's Halloween,
which is a little bit of a, it's interesting because I do want to revisit the world of horror because it's Halloween, but I'm also having fun showing you some films that I think are actually really great films. Like last week when we did Last Night in Soho, I was excited to show you that. And there's a number of other ones that are equally, like, I'm going to show you some award-winning stuff. So yeah. So I'm a part of me is a little bit like, I got to take a week off of showing you the good stuff to show you some scary stuff. And I haven't decided what it's going to be. Pete reached out to me today and he's like, he's thinking of joining
for the
next
Halloween
week for the
episode?
Halloween one. Yeah. There's a chance it will be Paranormal Activity 2.
Oh, yay.
There's a chance.
If you haven't listened to that episode yet, I butchered it.
There's a chance
first one.
that it will be Curse of La Llorona, which was the one Conjuring film that we kind of omitted because was like made by a different studio. There's like a crossover character played by the same actor, but it's not really in the universe type thing. Okay. There is a chance that it will be a film called The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, good.
There's a chance that it'll be a film called The Pope's Exorcist, which is actually really good. Like,
the Pope gets exorcised, or the Pope exorcises someone else?
No, it's like it is The Exorcist that is like, this is the guy that the Pope specifically sends. Like, this guy has a friendship with the Pope. And The Exorcist is played by Russell Crowe. And so it's like,
okay.
Cool. Yeah.
I just had a thought.
But wait, there's a very real chance, and I was going to say I'd have to talk Pete into letting us do this, because it's technically a film that's already been reviewed on the podcast. However, it was many years ago, and it wasn't Pete and I. It was me and like a guest host that was like our unofficial horror expert that kind of came in.
Who was it?
You don't know him, a guy named Jordan.
Oh, okay.
And that would be the 2010,
20-something.
The newer, the big boy Evil Dead.
Oh.
Like the really like...
They really go for the scares.
Really go for the just like, this is a lot.
Go for the scares, go for the body horror, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
The
of
butt
blood.
horror?
Body.
Oh, I thought you said butt horror.
No.
I'm like, I don't know what, like post Taco Bell
did we,
butt horror?
This was butt horror?
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you watch this week?
Suck my soul out of my butt.
What'd you watch this week? I was surprised. By the way, I was surprised that this is like a film, because there are some horror elements to this.
Yeah.
Like,
I had
particularly with
jump scare caught me.
Did it?
Yeah.
But particularly with like the scarab going after that old woman in her bed. I'm like, this is freaky.
Yeah.
This is intense.
Yeah.
Would you watch?
B-movie horror, because it's like,
Oh, yeah.
that the scarab is not
No.
very well animated. It's
Dollar store toy that's been,
it's been animated. Oh, man. What did I watch? Oh, man, I don't think I wrote it down this week. It wasn't a whole lot. Let me just double check, see if I did. I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't. It was last week was family movie night.
Yeah.
My wife's pick. We watched Paddington.
You were right.
It was my pick this week.
Paddington 2?
We watched Paddington
Okay,
2.
now wait. Is Paddington 2 not a film where you go, oh my God, this is one of the... This is should be on the Mount Rushmore of like family feel-good movies.
Yeah.
It's
wonderful.
confusingly good.
It's wonderful. Yeah. It is a wonder, especially right near the end.
How is it so good?
when he escapes and he leaves his cell buddies.
Yeah.
And he's on his own, and then the train. Oh yeah.
Like, how is it so good?
It's wonderful. It's so wonderful. I choked up a little bit when when Auntie Bear came to England. Yeah. It was great.
It's something else.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the third one yet.
There's a third one?
Yeah, it's out. No, it's coming out that's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Coming out in January, I think.
Yeah. So
we should take your kid to the theater.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. So I watched that. I don't think me and the missus watched any movie.
I was folding some laundry, so I watched some One Piece.
I did watch some One Piece. Yep. Still on the whole Cake Island arc.
Yeah. As you do.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Got to see a new Luffy transformation. That was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Tank Man.
Don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. One Piece guys will know, and girls will know.
I watched some.
The live action or the...
No, the
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But not enough to know what the hell you're talking about.
You should just watch the animated or the live action.
Yeah.
The live action sums up the first like 2 or 3 arcs really nicely in 8, 9, 10 episodes, whatever it is.
Probably a little more my speed.
Yeah. They are actually also re-releasing from episode 1 the in anime form the entire series, and they're trimming a lot of kind of the slower paced fat.
Right.
That it's kind of which is one of the criticisms that it's a very highly acclaimed anime, like extremely, like it's up there with like Dragon Ball Z for people, but one of its biggest critiques is that it's slow paced.
Right.
In sections, like, okay, let's just move this along, and so apparently they're redoing it and trimming,
just re-editing it.
Essentially, yeah. I think they're doing whole new animations and
everything. Oh, okay, too, interesting.
Yeah, but TV. My wife and I, Emily, we've been watching. Last week I mentioned 3 Body Problem.
Yeah.
We finished that, and man, that is a twisted, fun sci-fi show.
Okay.
I recommend it.
All right.
It's a good watch. It's a lot of fun. And I think that's it.
Okay.
What did you watch?
Still watching House.
Who's?
Well into the...
Yeah, you got to be getting close to the end by now.
We're about a third of the way through the second last season. So there's 8 seasons. We're on episode 8 or something of season 7. Brianne and I finished watching all of season 2. Now she's all caught up on Rings of Power.
Okay.
And she's like, damn, it's going to be 2 years before we get more. I said, yeah, probably. Which sucks for me too. I'm like, it's set to be like they've conceived it as a 5-season arc.
Okay.
So like, sweet. Lots more to come.
Have you been enjoying it as much as the first season?
Oh, it's way better. Way better than the first season. Yeah, I like the first season. Calm down, Tolkien nerds. I'm a Tolkien nerd too. I'm aware there's a ton of deviations from the... I get it. Especially come season 2. Shit ton of deviations.
Right.
Lots of things confirmed that we didn't want confirmed, and they were confirmed anyways, and they're big deviations. It's fine. It's fine. Just I like the first season. Second season's way better. So now that we're done that, Brianne and I have now watched all of the first episode of Fallout, because I said I had watched some of it, and then I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. I'm going to watch this with Brianne.
Right.
And so we've watched the first episode now, which prompted me to download Fallout 76. And
I'll play some survival game.
And I played about 10 minutes of it, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
It's a survival game.
But you know what? My thought was like, maybe I want to play Fallout 4 instead, because I don't know how much you know about 76. It's Fallout, but it's online. It's an MMO.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's an online survival game.
yeah, and I'm like, this is
it's
stupid.
like
Because
Ark Evolved and
I've just left
Conan Exiles
I've just
and
left the vault,
Rust.
and I'm having a conversation with someone. Just left the vault, and I'm having an expositional conversation with like, oh hey, blah blah blah. Yeah, we just came from this bar over there. Blah blah blah, and there's gunfire happening in the background because some other player is like shooting some raider or something.
Yeah.
And my character and these NPCs are paying no heed to it. I'm like, this is
another day in the wasteland.
Yeah, but it just like pulled me right out of it. I was like, this is dumb. So then I uninstalled it. And then last night, Brienne's brother came over and we showed him the first Scream movie. The original Scream.
Are you going to do a little Scream run with him?
I'd like to. I don't know if, he's not like a big, let's marathon it kind of guy. But yeah, I'd like to, because it's just like watching the first one again reignited I'm like, ooh, okay, let's go. Let's do all the Scream movies. Right. Because they're so fun. They're so fun. And I think that's it.
Cool.
I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all listed below. Patreon, also listed below, is a great way to support the show for less than a Tesla payment a month.
Potential exclusive content coming out.
Exclusive content.
Are we doing
it's actually less than $1 a month.
Thing? No.
It didn't.
It didn't work. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
but we try. We try and give exclusive stuff. There is some exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
There now, but if you eating hot wings, and we try.
I was thinking we could not redo. We could do a follow up to our hot wings thing with like
chicken tenders,
uncomfortably sour stuff, like just increasingly sour. Right? Like starting out with like, oh, it's a kiwi. And you're like, it's tart. It's, blah, blah, blah. And then you get
I would rather do hot sauce.
Limes. Well, but we've done that one.
Yeah, I know.
I would also rather do hot sauces. And that's what makes the sour one entertaining. Are you a sour candy guy?
I don't mind sour candies, but I think like when you were doing the YouTube video thing, me, and
a couple other people,
one other person, we did lemon shots, like lemon juice shots.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Like that wasn't the one. Like, so the reason I think sour isn't as interesting or fun or what all the different things than compared to hot sauce is. Sour doesn't really taste good. It's more of like a flavor enhancer or a flavor kind of aid or on the side kind of a mouth.
But I mean, the point of it would be to see us suffer through extreme sour.
Well, that's the other thing. There is extreme sour, but it's not that bad.
Oh,
even the extreme stuff.
Just wait till I have you suck a teaspoon of malic acid.
Well, I've done it. You've given me something. And it's like, okay, wow, like a couple seconds in, and your mouth's kind of reclimatized.
Okay, well, we'll figure something out. Maybe instead of doing hot sauces, we just actually get the peppers that those sauces.
And just eat hot peppers.
And just eat hot peppers.
Yeah.
And then die. Yeah. And merch.
Yeah, we got stuff.
Yeah. Buy stuff because Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
And,
gifts.
and the holidays are all about commercialism and spending your money and giving your money to other people.
Yeah.
So give it to us.
Money and give it to us.
Give it to us.
Yeah. We'll give you something in return.
And tune in because next week, I don't know what scary movie it's going to be, but I know that it's going to hurt my overall score. Next week will not be a good week.
Scary movie.
For my trend.
He's going to pick scary movie. I've seen scary movie.
Yeah.
Actually, have I seen the first? Yeah, I've seen the first.
The first one's basically a spoof of the first Scream movie.
You know what? I don't think I've seen clips of the first one. I think I haven't seen the first one. I know I've seen Scary Movie 2 because that one's at the haunted house.
Yeah.
With the hand guy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.